Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am back from my vacation in Seoul. If you have watched my last two videos, you would have seen that I went to South Korea with my boyfriend. It was really nice, let's just say it like that. But today I wanted to show you, do like a little haul I guess, of everything that I bought. This is going to be part one because I bought so much stuff that I want to split it into two different parts. So this first part is going to contain all the beauty that I purchased, and the second part is going to be everything else. I usually like to start in order as how I apply things to my face, but since I do have one hair care item, I want to start with that. So I had seen a Korean beauty influencer talk about this. It's from the brand Healing Bird, and this comes with two products. It was on sale at Olive Young, so this was about 25 bucks. This comes with a damage care treatment. I use this in the shower after I shampoo my hair. This is kind of like my conditioner step, because if I do conditioner and this, I think it's just too much because I have fine hair and my hair therefore just can look oily very quickly, so I try to not overdo it with moisture. But I use this in the shower as my last step. I take a good amount of this, then I rinse it out, and my hair already feels so much better. So this you wash out, and this one you don't wash out because it's the no wash Ampoule treatment. It's a spray that I spray into my hair before I blow dry it. It makes my hair very soft, but I have to be careful not to use too much because this does have different oils in it, so if I use too much of it, the hair will look oily. These two products have been really nice. I've been using them ever since I got them, and as you can see, the spray is still almost full. It's going to take such a long time to get through that. Really like that I have something that is part of my hair care, because all I ever did was shampoo and condition and then nothing else. Speaking of hair, I have another product that this was very unintentional. My boyfriend bought this on accident at Daiso. Basically, it's kind of like dry shampoo. Comes with this little sponge, and you can just like put it on your hair if your hair is very oily. You just need a very quick fix. Apply a little bit of this and it'll just save your hair for a few more hours. Obviously this does not substitute washing your hair, so please wash your hair, but there are those moments and days where you just don't have time. This really comes in handy, and this was about like $1. I mean, it's Daiso. At Daiso, most things are very, very inexpensive. Now for the actual makeup, I'm going to start with brushes because that is also kind of like, I guess, how I would start in order. I need my tools to be doing my makeup. Bought two brushes from the brand Filimili. They pronounce it as Pilimili, which is so cute. I love it. One is the base eyeshadow brush 550. This is such a handy brush that's kind of like a big base brush. And since I have pretty large eyes, I thought that this was going to be the perfect size to set my eye or to blend stuff very widely into my crease because of its shape. It is dense enough that I could even use this as like a concealer brush. I would have to try it out for that in the future. I'm really impressed by the quality. It's super soft, and this was, I think, 5,000 won, so maybe like $4. It was really inexpensive, and it is such a good brush. And the other brush, I really wanted something like this for the longest time. It's the Point Blusher Brush 885. Looks like this. It's a very small, precise blush brush, and I wanted a more concentrated blush look. I have been using my Real Technique setting brush, but that one is even tinier, and it just was not giving me what I wanted. This, I never thought that this brush would actually make blush application even better. I feel like it just makes the blush you use adhere to your skin very well and packs on the color, but blends it at the same time. It's so soft. I feel like you never get clown cheeks. You always have perfect airbrush cheeks. So this brush I highly recommend. Even for highlighter. I also used it for highlighter a little bit to dust it right along the cheekbones. It was perfect for that. I highly recommend this brand in general for their brushes. Now for base, I only bought one cushion because I don't do makeup every day, and even when I do, that doesn't mean I'm going to do like a full face. Sometimes I only use concealer, sometimes I only apply a little bit of lipstick as blush. It just depends. So it doesn't really make sense for me to have many different cushions in my collection. So the one that I really wanted to get because of my skin type was the Laneige Neo Cushion Matte, and I got the shade 17C1, which I never expected. I have always been like a 21, that's what I thought, but when I swatched the 21 shade and even the 19 shade, it looked so yellow on my hand. It looked so yellow and warm. Just thought that cool colors were going to be so pink, but this one is not too pink toned. It's actually a very beautiful shade. It matches my skin tone very well. It's a little, just like the tiniest little bit lighter than my face. It still looks perfect. I don't look like a ghost. It's perfect. It's just a little bit more brightening, but I'm fine with that. This is what the compact looks like. It looks like an AirPod case, so Laneige was ahead of its time. From the inside, it looks like this. One thing though, if you're sensitive to scent, maybe this is not the one for you, because just opening it, I can smell it. It is a pretty strong scent. I personally think it's nice, but if you're sensitive, again, you may want to skip this maybe. I have used this 2 times, and I would say that if you don't like a matte finish, don't buy this. They also have a glow version that comes in a light pink casing. This is pretty matte. I was pretty impressed because I didn't think a cushion could be this matte. I do have oily skin, combination skin. I have weird skin, let's just say it like that. If you have dry skin and you just don't really like a matte finish, you will want to skip this. I don't think it's like so matte, but I just wanted to say that it's not like, oh, it's like a semi-matte. It's not like a dry matte, but it definitely lives up to its name. It's definitely a matte cushion, and I think it has its time and place, and I'm just so glad that I got it. Moving on, I have 2 blushes. This in combination with the blush brush, it's just perfect. You get the most soft, beautiful, smooth cheeks. It literally just looks like baby cheeks. It's just so nice. So I really like this shade because it is not too orangey, peachy, warm. It's just, it is a warm color, but I feel like I can still wear it. It looks just nice, and I have been liking this as a base, and if I feel like I want a little bit more of pink, I just apply whatever pink blush I have. This is such a beautiful everyday blush color. I have seen so many people hit pan on this because it is such an everyday staple. Even though I am a cool tone person, I love how this looks on the cheeks. It's stunning. I did get a blush though that is cool tone, but it's nothing like anything I own. So this one is by the brand Lily by Red. So this is the Love Beam Blur Cheek. I have the shade 05 Lavender Blur. When I saw it, I knew I had to have it because I wanted something that was going to match my fall looks, and I got this shade. Look at it. Oh, it's so beautiful. I have it on right now, but I do have it mixed with something else. I'll tell you about that later. But this color is the most beautiful mauve with a lot of white in it. It's just so beautiful. This on the cheeks for the fall time, especially if you're cool toned, you want fall makeup, but everything is warm. Everything that comes out is kind of warm. This is perfect because of its muted shade. It's so flattering. Oh my god, I am so in love with this color. I just had to get it. I love muted shades. Everything, it's so different. I have nothing like this. For highlighter, I only have one. This was a recommendation by my friend Yuna. If you have seen last week's video, it was nothing about beauty. It was me showing you my most favorite place in Seoul, my most favorite cafe in Seoul, which is called Tonti, and the owners are called Yuna and Kwonu. And Yuna, she is just, I completely fell in love with both of them, but she was just so kind. And when I asked her to give me some Olive Young recommendations, she recommended me this highlighting stick. It's the Hints True Dimension Radiance Balm, and I have the shade Light. It's just a balm, but it gives you the most wet looking skin. I'll insert my short video that I did about it here. It just gives you glass skin. They also come in like blush shades, but I only got the highlighting shade. I have been obsessed with this. Now for palettes, I had shown 2 palettes that I got in my Seoul vlog, and I did not buy any other palettes because nothing really stood out to me. I just didn't want to just buy palettes for the sake of buying them, and some things that I really wanted, they just didn't have in stores, and I was just not going to place an online order. So the 2 palettes that I have are one from Romand and one from Peripera. We have a summer cool palette and a pretty nice fall palette. So let's start with the summer cool one. It's the Bare Layer palette in the shade 02 Strawberry Mood. This is what it looks like. It's so beautiful. The packaging flips open like this. reminds me of a phone. So this is the cool tone pink version. It's perfect to create like a base for someone who has a summer cool personal color type. I really enjoy this for, again, creating a base. So what I've been doing to make palettes like this work for me, because I'll show you, it's a pretty warm palette. To make palettes like that work, I initially start with these pinks, and I can go in with those other tones, mix them together, and I feel like it just makes everything look a lot more harmonious. I really enjoy that you get two glitters, but they're not chunky glitters, the ones that I will stay away from forever. They're perfect for every day. They just give your eye a little bit of a glisten, but you don't have to be afraid of these damaging your eye because of them being too harsh anything. To have everything in one palette is pretty handy. You have the names at the back, so I really enjoy this. It also comes in a apricot version. And again, the other palette is from Petit Peta. Look at this packaging. This is what I love about fall releases. It's the number 13. Beautiful selection of fall colors. You have different textures. I love this glitter. It is not the most warm toned glitter. So special. I love it. As you can see, this palette goes pretty warm. It pulls pretty warm. It doesn't look as warm in the pan, I feel, as it does on the eye. So when I use only this palette on its own, it can get a little bit too warm. Today I did this look with only this palette. I used this shade, which looks pretty light. When I use it on my lid and in the crease, it's actually a pretty mid-tone shade. Started with this all over. Then I added this brown, which is a more neutral from all of these, I guess. Used that in the crease and on the outer part. And then I just added this glitter, did my liner, smoked it out with this shade. This shade is interesting. It is a cream. I'll have to use it as like a blush topper. I think that would look very nice. And I used this bigger shade as my blush initially, and then I ended up going in with the Lily by Red blush on top. I have been wanting this for ages, and I'm so glad that I finally got it. Speaking of this palette, it came in a collection, so I also got the lipstick. So let's go into our final category, which is lips, which is going to take a lot because I have so many. This is the lipstick that came with that collection in the shade 12, Hip Brown. Such a beautiful brown shade. I am very happy that this is a pretty cool tone brown. This is what the packaging looks like. I have it on right now, but I feel like it's almost gone because I talked so much. I had a gloss on top. Look at this brown shade. It really fits the name Hip Brown. It looks very hip and just up to date, and I'm just very happy that it is a pretty neutral, cool toned kind of shade, so it matches me, and in combination with the palette, beautiful. Then I have two lip tints from the brand Kusnori. This is the Glow Wave tint. I searched high and low for these lip tints. They are in collaboration with a K-beauty influencer named Minkarang. So I got the shade 03 Glare and 06 Deer. This is what they look like. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. This is Deer, this is Glare. This is part of the cool toned colors. This one is part of the more warm tone colors, but I don't find this to be too warm toned at all, actually. These are very nice, but I have to say I hyped myself up quite a bit and they just didn't end up being as nice as I thought. When you apply them, they are so glossy, so beautiful. They feel like a lip oil. They don't feel like a lip tint. They're super thin, but that glow fades extremely fast. When I first applied one of them, I almost lost it because my lips looked so wet, juicy, beautiful. But then when I realized that the glow was gone so quickly, kind of made me sad, but I still really like them. I just use them kind of as a base and then I put a gloss on top, so it's fine. I searched so many Olive Young stores until I finally found one that had them on display, and they also didn't have every color because these were not initially the colors that I wanted, but I wanted to try it. It is a nice lip tint, but the gloss just doesn't last as long as I thought. So shall I actually apply one? Let's go for Deer, which is the more warm toned pink. It feels like an oil, really. It doesn't feel like a regular glowy lip tint. It feels different. It is very comfortable, definitely. If you don't like a glowy lip tint because you find that they are too sticky, I don't think you will dislike this because it's very thin. Just don't expect the glow to last too long because it doesn't. I just love the story behind it, of me going into literally every Olive Young that I saw. I went inside and looked for them. My boyfriend really hated me. Then another lip tint. This one I bought at Daiso. This is from the brand Chocho Lab, a shade Purple Rose. It's like your standard velvety lip tint. It's a really good one. It's really nice, especially for the price tag. I did not expect it. Has a sweet scent. It's not unpleasant. The color is confusing though. Like it is a cool toned, kind of mid-toned pink, but sometimes as I blend it out, it starts to look more neutral warm. But the formula at least stays consistent, and yeah, it's just nice. It's nothing like groundbreaking, but I like it. To match the palette from Romance, they had from the same kind of like personal color art collection, I guess. They did one of their Lasting Melting Balms in a more light pink shade. This is in the shade 09 Peonies. It's one of those extremely thick lip balms that only twist up very, very little. This is just a wet looking kind of formula. It has the most beautiful scent though. It smells so summery. Lipton iced tea in peach. It's so nice. I love the shade. It's perfect for cool toned pink lovers out there. Then another glowy lip product. This was probably my last lip product I bought. I wanted to have another shade from the Peri Pera Ink Mood Glowy Tint. And this is in the shade 03 Rose in Mind. It's a very popular shade. This fits cool tones and warm tones because it's not too warm. It's just a rose color. It's just nice to have something not cool tone for once. You know, I love cool tones, but I feel like there's also a time and place for something like this. Now the last two lip tints are velvety kind of lip tints. So the first one is the Blur Fudge Tint from Romance. This is in the shade 13 Cooling Up. I have 06 Mauvish, and I have mentioned on my channel before that the formula is nice, but it's just the color that is not my preferred shade because Mauvish is pretty deep. Cooling Up is such a beautiful cool toned baby pink. Even if you use it on its own as a base or really just on its own without anything on top, it's so beautiful. It doesn't wash you out, even though it is a pretty light pink color. Love this formula now a lot more because I got a shade that is super flattering. This is part of 4 new shades that they had come up with, and I think that these new shades are also available on YesStyle. I had seen this, I had heard about it, and I always wanted something that is like peachy pink. So I got the Clio Pastel Clouds with Dew Chiffon Blur Tint. This is in the shade 09 Namsan Peach Pink, and since we were living in Namsan, I wanted something to kind of remind me of that area. So I kind of bought it for sentimental reasons because of the shade name, and I don't regret it because the shade itself is very beautiful and also the formula is very nice. I love the packaging. It's so beautiful with the ombre at the bottom and the white. This is a pretty popular blurring velvety kind of formula. I want to use it every day, but I just don't because I don't want this to ever finish, but I can just purchase one again on YesStyle. I don't know why I'm being so dramatic, but I don't know. It's just a lip tint, but when I saw the name, I was like, done and done. I'm buying this. It's my type of shade, and with that name, I'm not even thinking twice. Last for the lips, this is another Daiso find. I wanted a lip brush. Not one that you would use to apply product, to blend out product. I really like a more diffused lip line, nothing too blurred out. There is a trend I feel like going on where it's very, very, very blurred, like all over the lip line. On other people it looks nice. On me it just looks like I don't know how to eat, or I don't know how to apply lipstick. Just to diffuse the lip line a little bit, how I usually do with my finger, but make it even more natural, I wanted a lip brush, and Daiso had one. It comes with a cap, which is so nice, so you can throw this into your purse. It just looks like this. It's not the softest brush ever, but I love to use it. I have been using it so much, I never thought that I would. So if you are looking for a lip brush because you want to see if it's actually something for you, I didn't think I needed, and now I'm committed. I love it. Just go to Daiso, try it out. It's just so easy to just go like do. I really like it. And last but not least, because my throat is really killing me right now, bought a backup It's the only backup I bought because it was the only thing I really needed. I have to have this in my collection. I just have to have it. I just need to have a backup or I'm going to feel unsafe. And it is the Romand Han Fix Mascara, my favorite mascara ever. I have been using it forever and ever. My lashes always look so nice. I'm wearing it right now. I just really enjoy it, and I, as usual, got the L01 long black version. That is what I also bought. And that, you guys, completes my beauty part of my Seoul haul. I hope that you enjoyed seeing these products. I didn't apply anything for you to see because that will all come in the future while I will be doing dedicated videos to each of these products. Today I really just wanted to ramble about what I got. I'm very happy to be back. I feel like I haven't been filming in this place for such a long time. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up. That would really mean so much to me. And I hope that I'll see you in part 2. Until then, please take care of yourself. We'll see each other very soon. Bye bye!